Hey guys, so I just wanted to share this story. I don't usually discuss this type of information on my channel, but I thought it was important nonetheless. Now, a lot of you guys have probably heard about GMOs, and you've probably heard of Monsanto, the big biotech company, seed company that's also produces Roundup Ready, pesticides, weed killer, all that stuff. Now, you have Bayer, who's one of the biggest chemical companies. They also are involved with GMOs to a certain extent, and chemicals and pharmaceuticals. They recently just acquired Monsanto. Now, I'm not sure of the details as of yet, if it's like some sort of underhanded deal or what's going on exactly, or if they just completely bought out Monsanto or whatnot, or I'm sure a lot of the scientists are going to stay on board at Monsanto. I mean, who really knows what the real deal is behind all this? This is just mainstream shit right here. Point being, regardless of what your opinion is, if GMOs are solving world hunger and they're the best thing, since electricity, and we need GMOs, that's the only way we need to grow food because of a growing population. If you want to believe that, if you want to believe all the marketing of Monsanto, go ahead. I'm mostly talking to people that already have researched into this extensively, understand the science, and understand that basically everything that Monsanto says is a lie. And basically anything that Bayer says is basically a lie. There's going to be little tidbits of truth here and there, but their intentions only are to profit and to gain control. So without trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, I wanted to kind of share a video regarding Bayer. This is a story that happened a few years back, and if it doesn't spark some red flags, doesn't raise some red flags for you, that Bayer, one of the biggest chemical companies and pharmaceutical companies, is now going to control a huge portion of the world's food supply, you're not paying attention and you haven't done the research. And I'm just going to just play it right now. I'm going to stop my babbling here. Give me a couple seconds. All right.
Show. We appreciate you being on tonight.
Thanks for the invitation, Joe.
Okay, let's talk about the rat of the week. Why is Bayer Corporation the rat of the week?
Internal documents show that after this company positively, absolutely knew that they had a medication that was infected with the AIDS virus, they took the product off the market in the U.S. and then they dumped it in France, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. The medicine's called Factor VIII. It was an injection medicine that was used for hemophiliacs, mostly children. Children had been born with an incurable disease.
Hold on, Mike. So hold on. So you're telling me that Bayer knew that this drug was infected with the AIDS virus. They yanked it from the market in America, and then they dumped it in markets overseas?
They had to figure out a way, Joe, to make a profit on a product that they could not sell in America. So they made a huge profit. They dropped the product in Japan, Spain, and France. By the way, Joe, government officials in France that allowed that to happen actually had to go to prison for it. In America, not one corporate executive for this company has been indicted or even criminally investigated by our Justice Department.
I want to kind of just touch on the reason why that is. As most of you know, the FDA is completely corrupt, and there's revolving doors of corruption throughout Monsanto and the FDA. And you can call it conspiracy theory all you want. You can try to beat a dead horse and say all those usual talking points. But if you research into it enough, you'll find that there's tons of proof that points to that being a fact. Not going to get into it in this video. I mainly wanted to just cover up that Bayer controlling the food supply is not a good idea. I'm going to play the rest of the video now.
Not. What, you're telling me that these people that dumped this AIDS-tainted blood in foreign countries, who killed children, have not been taken to task in the United States?
And now own the food supply for the most part.
The U.S. government allowed it to happen. The FDA allowed this to happen. And now the government is completely looking the other way. Thousands of innocent hemophiliacs have died from the AIDS virus. And not only they're dying, their family members are dying because they're becoming infected with the disease. This company knew absolutely that they had a problem with the product. They knew that it was infected with AIDS. They dumped it because they wanted wanted to turn this disaster into a profit.
Mike, I want to read to you what Bayer told the New York Times about this scandal.
So anyway, this is just one, understand that this is just one of the many different stories regarding Bayer that you should really question, that now they're going to be in control of a huge portion of the food supply. And regardless, like I said, of what you think about GMOs, whether you're against them or you're for them, I want this to kind of just maybe this will make you want to do a little bit more research into it and make you kind of question the amount of trust you give to some of these big corporations that are, in fact, monopolizing the food supply. And a lot of them actually, just to kind of tell you how they do it a little bit, they hire certain scientists that do these studies on, and then try to prove that it's safe for human consumption. And then they go to the FDA, or actually they don't really need to go to anybody. They just say, oh yeah, this has been proven safe, and they have these studies that are actually done by the company themselves, and then they're going to say, oh yeah, this is perfectly safe to eat. Now understand that GMOs have only been on the market since around 1993. It's different than other forms of manipulating food. Gene transfer and combining genes and making Roundup resistant seeds that can take the pesticide without dying. That's completely new technology. It's only been around since around 1993. Regardless of what any of these trolls or shills are going to probably say in my comments here. Now, if anyone does any research for themselves, they'll realize that this is true. It's completely different than growing food or hybridizing certain foods, which people have been able to do. They've been able to do that with foods and crops for a long time. But GMOs, this Monsanto's type of GMOs, have only been around since 1993 or so. 1996 a lot too, when they really exploded onto the market. So in a sense, humans are the guinea pigs to the food. And it is a fact that cancers have been skyrocketing. Now, what they'll say is that the population's been growing. Well, yeah, the population has been growing, but a lot of things can argue is the quality of life and health of the population has not been increasing. That's just besides the point. The whole point is that now this chemical company, Bayer, is now going to own a huge portion of the food supply, and I just think that's pretty interesting. I'm going to play this clip here, right here, just the end of it, because the beginning part is mostly them talking about money, and it doesn't really matter. Let's see here.
That's right. And all the while, everyone concerned about genetically modified food, GM foods, going to be a huge issue in Europe as well. A lot of people unhappy about that, and will no doubt be in the ears of European regulators.
Yeah, so exactly. Look, a Viagra commercial. Nice. So anyway, what she said there is there's going to be a lot of people who, are basically concerned about what's going on, and a lot of regulators over internationally. Yeah, because a lot of these nations outside of the United States don't want GMOs. China, Russia, a lot of these other countries, they don't want it. And despite what Monsanto says is that they want to feed the world, all those headlines that they want to, all those main talking points that they want to say, that they want to feed the world for a growing population because of global warming and blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's complete bullshit. If you believe it, you haven't done the research. I just wanted to share this. I know I'm probably going to get some hate for it, and I don't really care. I think this is important. I think that, it's 2016, guys. It's almost 2017. I think it's good to have a healthy conversation about, what's really going on with the food supply. I'm going to try to talk about this more on my channel a little bit because I feel like it's really important. I've been personally researching into GMOs for a number of years now, and I can honestly say I've seen so many people avoid GMOs, get them off of their diet, and their health only improves. I've seen people that have had cancer that have gotten off GMOs, and their health is only turned around for the better. I'll get more into that in a different video. But other than that, just do some more research on the GMOs and Bayer, and I think you'll find some interesting information, especially on that whole that last video I just showed you about them releasing contaminated medication to the market. Anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts on GMOs. That's one thing I wanted to say. You know, regardless if you're for them, and like I said, I have an open mind that, you know, going into the future, we are going to need to do some modern scientific things to the food supply, but more in a natural way that's not, you know, destroying the natural, holistic, the environment of the food supply, because I actually think it does actually create enough food for the population. That's going to be another argument. I'll have my facts and my information on future videos. Other than that, share your thoughts on it. And, you know, I'm not really looking for a fight or anything, just a healthy debate. So any trolls or shills that want to try to say anything, go ahead, do what you're going to do. But, you know, I definitely urge you guys to just do some research first before, you know, throwing any hateful comments out there. And let's just try to have a logical debate about it. I'm totally open to have a debate, and look forward to it. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.